In this video, I'm breaking down 10 US cake mix brands that might be robbing you blind, and 5 that are actually worth putting in your cart. Number 10. Betty Crocker Super Moist. Betty Crocker has been a household name for decades, but familiarity doesn't always mean value. A typical box runs around $2, which feels affordable until you read the ingredient panel. Bleached enriched flour leads the list, followed by sugar levels that often reach about 20 grams per prepared serving. That's roughly 5 teaspoons. Add in artificial flavors and emulsifiers like mono and diglycerides, and you start wondering what you're really paying for. General Mills pulls in billions annually, so improving ingredient quality wouldn't exactly break the bank. Instead, the formula stays optimized for shelf life and mass production. That super moist texture isn't magic, it's chemistry designed for warehouses. Number 9. Duncan Hines Classic. Duncan Hines sits right next to Betty Crocker on most shelves, and price-wise, it's almost identical. Sugar content often lands between 19 and 20 grams per serving prepared. Bleached flour? Check. Artificial flavor systems? Present. Stabilizers to extend softness? Absolutely. Conagra Brands reports billions in revenue every year, yet the formulation mirrors lower-tier generics. That's where I start feeling uneasy. When $2 mixes share nearly identical ingredients across multiple corporations, competition becomes branding rather than quality. I don't expect cake mix to be organic farmland in a box, but I do expect that if we're loyal for decades, the recipe evolves for the better, not just for efficiency. Number 8. Pillsbury Moist Supreme. Pillsbury leans heavily on nostalgia that Doughboy has been smiling at us for generations. But behind the branding, the formula is strikingly similar to its competitors. Sugar commonly reaches 20 grams per prepared serving. Artificial flavors help maintain consistency across batches. Emulsifiers ensure uniform softness regardless of storage time, again owned by General Mills. When two brands under the same corporate umbrella sell similar formulations, it makes you question whether you're truly choosing or just selecting different packaging. I don't mind sweetness in cake. I mind when sweetness becomes the cheapest way to boost appeal, while ingredient integrity quietly slides into the background. Number 7. Jiffy Golden Yellow. Jiffy looks like a bargain at about $1 per box, but look closer. Serving sizes are smaller, which can mean needing 2 boxes for a standard layered cake. Suddenly, that dollar doesn't stretch as far. Sugar prepared averages around 18 grams per serving, not drastically lower than premium competitors. Artificial flavoring is typically included. Texture can be thinner, which affects structure and rise. I understand stretching money. I've done it my whole life. But sometimes cheap shifts into compromise. When you double up boxes or sacrifice quality, the savings evaporate faster than you expected. Number 6. Great Value Cake Mix. Walmart's Great Value line usually sells around $1.50. Ingredient panels often resemble national brands: bleached flour, artificial flavors, emulsifiers. Sugar typically approaches 19 to 20 grams per prepared serving. Walmart generates over $600 billion annually. That kind of buying power could push suppliers toward cleaner formulations nationwide. Instead, we see cost-optimized recipes designed for volume. I appreciate low prices, truly, but low price doesn't have to mean lowest standard. When the largest retailer in the country maintains basic formulations without improvement, it feels less like consumer advocacy and more like margin management. Number 5. Kroger Brand Cake Mix. Kroger operates thousands of stores across the country. Their private label cake mixes typically sit around $1.50 to $2. Sugar content usually hovers near 19 grams per prepared serving. Artificial flavors are common. With Kroger's purchasing influence, they could demand cleaner ingredient standards from suppliers. Instead, the formulation remains industry standard, meaning highly processed flour and stabilization additives. When a company of that size keeps the recipe minimal in improvement, it suggests efficiency over enhancement. As a shopper, I want private labels to compete upward, not just downward on cost. Number 4. Food Club Cake Mix. Food Club appears in many regional grocery chains. Pricing sits around $2. Ingredient lists often mirror the big national players: bleached flour, artificial flavor systems, shelf life stabilizers. Sugar levels frequently approach 19 grams per prepared serving. Many of these mixes are produced through centralized contract manufacturers, meaning multiple store brands share similar formulations. That standardization reduces production cost, but it rarely improves quality. When every regional store mix tastes nearly identical, that's not heritage baking. That's scaled production designed for efficiency first, flavor second. Number 3, Signature Select. Signature Select, tied to Albertsons, generally prices around $2. Sugar content typically nears 20 grams per prepared serving. Artificial flavors and texturizers are common. Albertsons operates thousands of stores nationwide and reports tens of billions in revenue. With that scale, reformulation power absolutely exists. Yet the ingredient panels look strikingly similar to discount competitors. That's where skepticism creeps in. If scale brings leverage, why not use it to improve quality? Instead, we see predictable formulations optimized for consistency, not nutritional transparency. Number 2, Baker's Corner. Baker's Corner at Aldi is affordable, usually around $1.50. Sugar content often sits near 19 grams per prepared serving. Artificial flavors and emulsifiers remain standard. Aldi's model reduces overhead, and I respect efficiency. But low overhead doesn't automatically equal superior formulation. Ingredient lists here look remarkably similar to larger chains. Budget shoppers deserve better ingredient transparency too. Saving money shouldn't mean accepting additives that slightly pricier brands have already phased out. Number 1, Dolly Parton Cake Mix. This one surprises people. Dolly Parton's cake mix often costs around $4, double many competitors. Yet ingredient lists still include artificial flavors and stabilizers similar to cheaper brands. Sugar prepared commonly approaches 19 grams per serving. The packaging leans heavily on nostalgia and personality, but premium pricing should reflect premium ingredients. When formulation mirrors mainstream competitors while price climbs higher, it feels like you're paying for branding more than baking quality. Now let's talk about the ones actually worth your money. Number 5, King Arthur Baking Company. King Arthur Baking Company is rooted in traditional baking values and is employee-owned, which helps reduce pressure to prioritize profit over ingredient quality. Founded in 1790, the brand avoids artificial colors and high fructose corn syrup. Sugar averages around 16 grams per prepared serving, lower than many mainstream mixes. Using unbleached flour and simpler ingredient lists, the brand focuses on honest sourcing. Although priced around $5 to $6, it emphasizes real baking ingredients over marketing-driven packaging. Number 4, Simple Mills Almond Flour Cake Mix. Simple Mills stands out by using almond flour instead of bleached wheat, which changes the overall nutritional profile. Almond flour costs more, explaining the $6 to $7 price point. Sugar averages around 11 grams per prepared serving, lower than many traditional brands. It avoids artificial dyes, synthetic preservatives, and high fructose corn syrup. While still a dessert, the recognizable ingredient list makes it a cleaner, more thoughtful alternative. Number 3, Miss Jones Baking Company. Miss Jones Baking Company focuses on organic ingredients, meeting USDA certification standards that require strict sourcing and supply chain verification. Their cake mixes skip artificial flavors, artificial colors, and hydrogenated oils, using organic wheat flour instead of bleached enriched flour. Sugar averages around 15 grams per prepared serving, lower than many conventional brands. Priced between $5 and $6, it reflects organic costs while offering transparency and cleaner ingredient choices for label-conscious families. Number 2, Pamela's Gluten-Free Cake Mix. Pamela's has been in the gluten-free market for decades, well before it became mainstream. Their cake mixes meet strict gluten-free standards, typically testing below 20 parts per million, which is important for those with celiac sensitivity. Made with rice and almond flour instead of bleached wheat, they average about 14 grams of sugar per serving. While priced around $6 to $7, the cost reflects quality control and specialized formulation rather than heavy marketing. Number 1, Trader Joe's Vanilla Cake Mix. Trader Joe's private label vanilla cake mix is an affordable option at around $3, offering decent ingredient quality without artificial dyes or high fructose corn syrup. With roughly 16 grams of sugar per prepared serving, it stays moderate compared to higher sugar competitors. Thanks to its efficient private label model and minimal advertising, Trader Joe's keeps prices low while maintaining solid standards. It's simple, practical, and budget-friendly without feeling overly processed.